Hi, welcome back to Everything Home with Penny. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get your green thumb back with just one plant. Have you ever heard of Tillandsia, better known as an air plant? The air plant is an epiphyte, and an epiphyte is a plant that grows onto another plant. It's just basically using the host, most likely a tree, as a place to grow. It's using the tree as a home, basically. It's not a parasite. It's not sucking away the nutrients from the host. It's just, like I said, it's just basically using it as a home. The reason why I suggest an air plant as a go-to to get your green thumb back is because it is so easy to maintain. It's so easy to keep alive. Now, as far as maintenance for your air plant, you are going to need a mister or a spray bottle, and that's it. Oh, and a glass container. The reason why you're going to need a mister is because the only thing that the air plant needs is a little misting once a week, depending on the region that you live in. I live in the South in Zone 7B, so our winters and falls are very mild, and our springs and summers are, let's just say, they get very humid. So I use that information knowing that I'm going to just mist my air plant once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. And I'm going to make sure that when I mist very lightly, once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on the region that you live in. I am going to submerge my air plants completely in water for 2 to 3 hours. I read that some people even submerge their air plants overnight. I haven't done that, but the 2 to 3 hours that I submerge my plants, that's good enough for my plants. They're surviving and they're thriving. After you submerge your air plants, you're going to let them dry completely upside down. And the reason why you want them to dry upside down is because you do not want the water to settle in the bottom of your air plant. That will cause root rot. So what you do is you'll take your air plants, turn them upside down, and you can set them on a piece of paper towel or a cloth, and you let them dry completely. This should take about an hour and a half. Now, as far as lighting is concerned, you need to make sure that your air plant is in a place where it can receive sun, but that is getting indirect sunlight. So you don't want to sit your air plant somewhere where it's getting really strong sunlight that's going to burn your plant. You don't want to do that. And just like any other plant, it's going to tell you if it's getting too much of something or not enough. So whenever your air plant is getting lots of good indirect sunlight, it's getting enough water, you're going to see that they're not leaves, but the little gangly legs, they're going to be nice and strong and green. So just like any other house plant where it's getting brown or yellow or the leaves start to wilt, you just have to pay attention to what the plant is trying to tell you. I'm getting way too much sun over here. Just a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. Ease up on the water. Just pay attention to what your air plant is trying to tell you. And just look for the signs of yellowing and the little gangly legs being a little wrinkled. Look for strong, green, strong legs. As far as your air plant being safe, it is non-poisonous. So if you have little ones around your house, if they accidentally brush up against this air plant, they're not going to break out into a crazy rash. And if you have any pets that like to nibble on your plants, no worries, this plant is non-poisonous. As far as the price range for air plants, I've seen them range from all the way down to $1 to $60. And the best place is in a glass vessel so that the air plant can receive as much indirect sunlight as possible. The ways to decorate with air plants are endless. Sky's the limit as to what you can do to decorate with your air plant. You can put them in a vessel where it's hanging. You can hang it near a windowsill, and it's very beautiful that way. You can also put it in a glass vessel where there's sand and river stones. I also found on Amazon a glass vessel that's shaped like a light bulb, and I put one of my air plants in that, and I thought, genius, what a great idea. For Easter, I placed some little bunny rabbits in a glass container with some river stones and a couple of Easter eggs, and of course my air plants. The sky's the limit to what you can do to decorate with your air plants. They're so easy to maintain. They're beautiful and safe for you and your family and pets. Their price range are very economical, and they're so easy to maintain that even the most novice of gardeners can maintain this plant. If you've tried planting before, if you tried gardening before and you failed in the past, but you've always had that desire to try again, why don't you try an air plant? There's so many ways that you can display this plant. It's a very beautiful, very unique looking plant. You can do it. You can get your green thumb back. I hope that you learned enough about air plants in this video to go out and purchase a couple and try for yourself. Won't you like and subscribe, as we'll be doing more low-scale landscaping ideas, easy achievable home decor ideas, and of course, as always, that good old down-home Southern cooking. Won't you like and subscribe, and you too can be a lucky penny. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next Everything Home with Penny.